Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Go, go, go.
Folks, welcome back to another episode of The Fallen Badge. Today's episode, the murder of Officer Aaron Blount, Fulton County Police Department, Georgia. Now, Officer Blount was 26 years old. He'd been with Fulton County Police Department for 2.5 years. He had been in the Coast Guard. He also attended my alma mater, Austin Peay State University in Clarksville, Tennessee, home of the Governors. Now, when he died, his mama was still alive. He had a fiancée and a 13-month-old son. It's April 22nd, 2003. Now, Officer Blount had been at the station for most of the shift, doing desk work. So he decides to get out, stretch his legs, and do a little patrolling. He's only out there about 15-20 minutes. He sees a car driving erratically, and it's going down Roosevelt Highway. So he lights the vehicle up, and it pulls over at the Coastal Filling Station on Roosevelt Highway. That's at the intersection with Ben Hill Road. That's in the Red Oak area of Atlanta. Now the driver, he does what I call a quick stop. As soon as he gets the car stationary, he hops out and he's standing there. So Officer Blount, he's pulling up to come to a stop. Well, the suspect pulls out a pistol and he starts cranking off rounds. Right around 10 p.m. is when the shots are flying. Now, one of the bullets hit Officer Blount in the shoulder. Another one got him in the head. Now, it didn't kill him, and you would think that'd be enough for the suspect. He just could get back in his car and just leave. That wasn't good enough for him. Suspect went back to his car, got another pistol. I'm assuming he must have shot that first one dry. So he gets that second pistol and he goes up, leans in the patrol car, put that pistol up to the back of Officer Blount's head and shoots him again. Now, I don't know if the suspect here manipulated the car in some way or not, but a little while later, another officer's driving through and he sees a patrol car, and it's up by the railroad tracks, which is off the road across a small field. Officer Blount slumped across the steering wheel, still got his hand on his pistol. Patrol car still in drive. Now, Officer Blount was engaged to be married, so he had some wedding invitations in the car that he was looking over, or had been looking over. The prosecutor made the comment, he said, "You see that blood all over those wedding invitations, and it accentuates the sadness of this event." Now, Officer Blount's mama lived in the Red Oak area, and evidently not too far away from the shooting scene. Now, she would later say that she had her windows open in her bedroom there, and she heard gunshot. And at the time, she thought to herself, well, somebody got hurt. She said, "I'll have to ask Baby Boy tomorrow what happened." Now, Baby Boy, that's her nickname for her son, Officer Blount. About an hour later, she hears a knock at her door. She goes to the door, and it's a lieutenant with Fulton County Police. It says, "Ma'am, your son's been in an accident." Now, the resource material is a little varied on this next account, and that is the arrest of the suspect. Some of it said 5 days, and others indicated it was about 3 months. There's not a lot of information on this case because of the age of it, so I apologize for not knowing the exact date. U.S. Marshals and Miami-Dade police officers, they hit the Greyhound bus station, and they arrest the suspect. Now, the suspect's about 300 pounds. He's a big boy, so I guess he'd have been hard to miss. So obviously it's not just a few days, and suspect sitting in the Fulton County jail. And he was charged with 1 count of capital murder, 2 counts of felony murder, 1 count of aggravated assault on a peace officer, 1 count of obstruction of a law enforcement officer, and 2 counts of possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony. Now, unfortunately, as tends to happen in the criminal justice system, which, by the way, my belief's always been that criminal justice system, what that really means is the only people that get justice are the criminals. So after about 6 years, in a case that the prosecutors want the death penalty and the defense attorneys obviously do not, they end up cutting the deal, and the suspect's convicted of first-degree murder and all the other sundry charges, and he goes to prison for life, no parole, January 13th, 2009. Now, Officer Blount's mama said her major complaint was obviously all the time that went by to try to resolve the case. Because, folks, if you got a death penalty case, I don't care how sane the suspect is, there's going to be a mental illness defense put up. So you expect that part is going to take a little bit of time because of the aspect of the death penalty. But now also, the first 3 judges assigned the case, they all had to recuse themselves because of conflict of interest. Well, they settled on the 4th judge. That was Judge Roland Barnes. Now, unfortunately, Judge Barnes was shot and killed in court in 2005 by a suspect. That was a case I covered in an episode earlier. Now, Officer Blount's mama said that even the state's own psychiatrist said, well, there's a pretty good chance that the suspect, who has no criminal record, may have been suffering from a psychosis brought on by a now banned drug he was taking for weight loss. One of the defense attorneys said that my client was psychotic. He said no jury in Fulton County was going to give somebody who is psychotic the death penalty. Now, that just sounds like some talk to me, because I believe a jury in Fulton County just might do that for executing a police officer. Now, the mama, she said that initially she wanted the death penalty. She said that she called it a mother's rage. But now she was supportive of the plea just to get the case over with. She told the media, she said, I waited 6 years to confront him, and now he's taking the easy way out. Well, that's what suspects usually do. That's why they're criminals. She said it's going to be over, and that's important to me. But in closing, she said that what I want will never happen. I want my son to walk back through the door. Officer Aaron Javon Blount. End of watch, April 22nd, 2003.